What's going on, everyone? iLootGames here, back with another video, and in this video we're just going to go over the patch notes. I'm going to give you my reaction and maybe discuss a couple things. I did want to let you guys know that the Duo Q podcast next episode's coming out soon, so if you would like a chance to win 1,000 Apex coins, please go and check it out, listen to the instructions in the video, and subscribe to the channel. It's linked down below, or go to theduoq.com and it'll link you directly to the channel. As promised, we hit 100,000 subscribers, so there is a giveaway every single video, and in this video all you have to do to enter is leave a comment below, make sure you're subscribed with the notifications set to all, and like the video. The winner from last video is here, and in the next video I'll tell you who wins from the comments down below in this video. Now let's jump into the patch notes. The latest season of Apex Legends introduces our most explosive legend yet, a hard-hitting new gun, a world-shattering update to the King's Canyon, and a whole new batch of quality of life updates. Season 8 Mayhem brings a boom starting February 2nd at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So of course, guys, I will be live at that time to check it out with you. The dev stream is also live. I have that link down in the description if you guys want to go check that out after this video. Meet Fuse, a mercenary turned cage fighter who never turns down a good dust up. His affinity for explosions allows him to carry extra grenades and to throw them faster and further. He can launch a cluster bomb with air burst explosives, and when it's time to really bring the boom, Fuse uses Wally to launch a bombardment that encircles an area in a ring of flames. So his passive is Grenadier, stack an extra grenade per inventory slot, fire grenades farther, faster, and more accurately. His tactical is Knuckle Cluster, launch a cluster bomb that continuously expels air burst explosives on impact. The ultimate is Mother Load, launch a bombardment that encircles the target area in a wall of flames. Then we have the 30-30 Repeater. This heavy ammo lever action repeater boasts hard-hitting rounds that nail a fleeing Mirage at 200 paces. The 30-30 is the benchmark for reliability, designed to withstand whipping sandstorms and temporal instability, which made it an obvious choice for the Apex games. Disciplined trigger finger. The 30-30 repeater requires the user to rechamber their rounds between shots, which brings a methodic rhythm to the rifle, an analogy elegance that the modern weapons of the Outlands just can't quite capture. To further tempt those itchy trigger fingers, the 30-30 repeater has a built-in charge, giving players an opportunity to deal increased damage with each shot at the cost of a short buildup. The 30-30 reloads one round at a time, which makes for some interesting resource management you won't find anywhere else, even on the Mastiff. The 30-30's engagement range allows unique opportunities to reload individual rounds between shots. This gives the repeater the ability to lay down consistent precision range pressure, something weapons with full reloads can sometimes struggle with. Then we have the map updates, which we've pretty much already gone over. Season 8 once again sees changes to King's Canyon. The main new point of interest shows the devastation from the ship crashing into the map. Players can now explore beyond artillery, Spotted Lakes takes over the slums, and some new observation towers for basic recon or sniper's nests. And then also we'll have the map change blog if you want to go check that out. Legendary magazines. Season 8 introduces the gold tier magazines. Attaching it to a weapon automatically reloads your stowed weapons after a short, brief delay. The gold magazine has the same capacity as purple mags and is available for light, heavy snipers and energy weapons. So we've seen this already displayed. I believe it's 5.5 seconds once it's in your inventory, and then you'll get this little reload alert right here with a sound to show you that your gun did reload. Quality of life update, damage counter. We have now added a damage counter to the HUD. This was highly requested feature, so we're excited to allow people easier tracking for chasing those badges and challenges. I'm super excited about that. Pinging ammo. Pinging weapons or ammo in your inventory displays your current ammo count along with player one's ammo in quick chat. Colorblind update. Healing and reviving will now follow colorblind rules when colorblind settings are enabled. Lore blurbs on canon skins. Some of our skins are canon and some are just for fun. For the skins that represent an important part of that character's backstory, we've added a small blurb to describe the significance of that skin in the Legend's life. Legend meta, Wraith hitbox adjustment. We know a Wraith will always be a popular pick considering the amount of combat utility in her kit. After many tweaks to her abilities and animations, the fact remains that her win rate continues to be at the very top as it has since day one. With Season 7 hitbox adjustments to Pathfinder, we were able to control his power without nerfing his kit. We hope to do the same with Wraith. Wraith now has a slightly larger hitbox than her fellow small legends, but the changes stay true to her model. As you can see in the before and after comparison, we're adding some width mostly to the torso and legs area. Let's take a look at this. The torso seems to increase significantly. In my opinion, when I was looking at this earlier, we're talking about the profile is much bigger, the head is much bigger, torso is much wider. She no longer has a gap in between her legs. I mean, I think she's going to be much easier to hit. I don't think it's a small change. I think this one's actually bigger than Pathfinder's, and I'm very interested to see how this results in gameplay changes and impacts how sweaty Wraiths can really become now that they're going to be much easier to hit. But time will tell. Even with these changes, Wraith remains small and hard to hit. She will retain low profile as we monitor her usage and win rates to see if power can be given back in other ways in the future. Rampart. Sheila angle increased from 120 to 180. Wall health and build face increased from 1 HP to 45 HP. Sniper round still pierce through. So no longer is the building part 1 HP. Rampart has remained at the bottom across our performance metrics since her release. Her kit is very much built around proactively setting up a powerful position, but in a game as fast moving as Apex, we determined her walls should have some reactive power as well. We're keeping a careful eye on this one. But what's interesting about this is while they have buffed the wall from 1 HP to 45 HP, they still have with Fuse, his tactical can destroy all her walls in one hit, even if they're fully built. So this is a big hit to Rampart. This 1 HP to 45 HP will help, but I think it's still, 3-4 bullets. You're going to knock down the wall. So we'll see. Horizon gravity lift effect cooldown increased from 21 seconds to 25 seconds. The 15-second cooldown timer will now start when the gravity lift disappears. So this is a big one. Horizon really strong to the point where she rivals Wraith in win rate and pick rate. For the time being, we are monitoring her usage and checking whether or not the cooldown changes have a significant effect. It was actually very interesting to also see people playing Horizon in the ALGS. The team that got second place actually had Horizon on the team. There was no Wraith. And so that just shows you that Horizon's ability to move the team so well is a big thing, because that's usually what we thought of with the Wraith portal. Like, you could get around. It was a necessity because you had to be able to get around. Well, the ALGS kind of proved that myth, or debunked that theory, because the team that got second place, actually, not only were they running a different meta, they didn't even have a scout. So they couldn't scan beacons, and they didn't have a Wraith. They were running Caustic, Gibby, and Horizon. And those players also were ranked grinders. They weren't people who were assigned to teams as pros. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen in the meta as we move forward, because I think people are starting to realize you can change it up, man. You don't have to play exactly what everyone else is playing. Octane Launchpad Remastered. Many players may have known about Octane's super jump that was possible with the well-timed jump while hitting the jump pad. Once the double jump option was introduced, there was an input clash that led to unreliable usage. We decided to add some launch options that are better defined than the old super jump. Hitting the jump pad from a standing position will launch players along with a high arc, the speed and trajectory of the old super jump. From a crouch position, players will launch along a low arc, meaning they'll fly lower but farther in the horizontal direction. So, I mean, it's a small change for Octane. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, and neither, I don't think it's what he's needed. It's kind of crazy that they've gone this long without really truly buffing Octane, but when it comes to team play, man, he needs something. I don't know. I guess he's still fun, so it is what it is. Crypto, remove ability to stick arc stars to friendly drones. Now, this was actually a super strong play. If you stuck a crypto drone, ran it into a team, and then ulted them also with the crypto drone, it was so strong, and it seems like they've now fixed that. Loba, loot inside unopened care packages is now visible with eye for quality and accessible through Black Market Boutique. This is a big deal. You can steal stuff now from a care package that's dropped, which is crazy. So those Krabers, Lobas are going to be Kraber hunting out there. Caustic, all gas now dissipates as soon as Caustic's team is eliminated. So this is a big deal. It does suck to die to Caustic after they are already dead, so that's good. Mirage decoys now create footstep sounds, finally. This change was mistakenly mentioned in the Fight Night patch notes when it was in fact coming with this patch. Mirage decoys will now have footstep audio in a limited capacity. There won't be a footstep tornado if an enemy Mirage ults nearby, but it should be slightly harder to pick out the real Mirage from audio cues alone. I actually have a couple clips where I'm fighting a Mirage and they ult, and I can literally look right at the correct one just from the footsteps. So this will hopefully make that harder to pull off. Weapon meta, fully kitted rotation. They removed the Wingman Sentinel Havoc G7 Alternator Gold And now it's the R301, the 3030 repeater, Mozambique, Longbow DMR, and Spitfire. Interesting that they make a gold Mozambique. Longbow DMR and the Spitfire, okay. Since the Longbow is going to have the reactive skin, I could see that being kind of cool. R301 gold, beautiful. Attachments, we are removing the gold barrel from the loot pool. Now, I know some people might be upset about this, but really the gold barrel was just a purple barrel. It was a purple barrel that had muzzle flash removed. Since they updated the game like 2 seasons ago and they removed muzzle flash for every gun, it doesn't really do anything. It is pretty to have on the gun though. It gives you a little boost of confidence, but it didn't really do anything. Hop-ups, the double tap hop-up will be removed from the loot pool. The anvil rounds hop-up will be added into the loot pool. Anvil rounds, I feel like were completely useless, so I think that's kind of lame. Double tap, I used on my Eva, and I really actually liked it. So it does suck to see that go. I feel like that's a big hit to the Eva, especially when you're using the Eva and you're fighting someone with the Mastiff. To now no longer have that option of a double tap kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Volt, bullet damage decreased from 16 to 15. That was needed. The Volt is very strong. I don't think that they should really touch it beyond that though, because it is a unique gun. It's very versatile though. It's better than R99, but we'll see if this makes up any difference. Alternator bullet damage increased from 15 to 16, so that's really cool. Now the Alternator is doing the damage that the old Volt would do, but the fire rate is nowhere near the same. Anything to make another gun more viable, I'm all for. Spitfire, bullet damage increased from 18 to 19. Reload speed increased from 2.8 to 3.2. Empty reload speed increased from 3.3 seconds to 3.8. Okay, so there's a few nerfs and buffs right there. I don't really know how much this will affect it. The Spitfire is kind of just a weird gun to me. Increased damage might be worth messing with it. And I know people are confused. They think that the Spitfire is going to be amazing because of the commercial or the trailer that came out where they were using the Spitfire and down 3 people with it. That had nothing to do with the gold mag. I don't even know why they use that to show off the gold mag. The gold mag is just an added feature to reload when it's holstered. So I don't know why they did that. That was a really weird move by them, but it did show the benefit to running Rampart. So I think they're really trying to push people towards Rampart. Let's say, look, the Spitfire, that's one of the ones that Rampart can give extra rounds to and reload faster. So now that they add reload speed to it and they buff the damage, they kind of give another benefit to play Rampart. Will people play Rampart now because of that? I highly doubt it. EVA 8, fire rate increased from 2.0 to 2.1. The EVA 8 fire rate was already pretty good, so I'm happy about this buff, but EVA also loses the double tap. So I don't know if that will make a difference or not, but we'll see. Bug fixes. Caustic, sonar abilities no longer stop Caustic's highlight vision. Loba fixed a few exploitable areas on Kings Canyon that Loba was able to reach via her bracelet. Rampart, jump pads, and Octane's towers or Octane's town takeover no longer allow Rampart to place Sheila on them. Fixed an issue with Rampart's passive persisting even after changing characters in fire range. Havoc fixed an issue causing the Havoc to have 100% accuracy when hip fired through Rampart's amped cover. Fixed a POV issue that occurred when using Horizon's abilities and immediately going into ADS with a Peacekeeper. Club's re-enabled ability to invite friends to club from the friends list. That's nice. Fixed an issue causing some users who have opted out of last squad invites to not appear in club event timelines when placed in the top 5 of a match. Failing to connect to the club database no longer leads to a misleading kicked from club message. Players will no longer be kicked from clubs when switching to another profile on Xbox. Fixed an issue with crowds not cheering Pathfinder's Town Takeover. Fixed an issue preventing some heirlooms from appearing in the heirloom shop. Fixed an issue that allowed thermites to deal damage through certain walls on Olympus. There are more issues they need to fix. There are definitely more glitches that I can think of off the top of my head. But hopefully this is a good start. We know it's going to bring more glitches. We know it's going to bring more errors. I don't think that there was too much crashing in the ALGS. So I think they solved that to an extent. The question is this enough? Is this what you guys were looking for? I was expecting bigger character changes, bigger nerfs and buffs, but we didn't really get that much. So we'll see if this is enough to keep everyone engaged. I mean, we have a very cool new character who's probably going to come out middle to high tier, so we don't have to worry about that. We're not going to have another lackluster Rampart. We are also going to get a new gun, so hopefully that's enough in itself to keep everyone entertained. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will be streaming actually after this. Yeah, let's go and stream. I'll be on twitch.tv/iLootGames. If you want to come talk to me about your thoughts, come join the community there. We have an amazing community and Twitch, or jump on to Discord. Everything is linked down below in the description. I hope to see you guys there. And until next time, guys, take care.